informed. I mean, we're not stupid. When you can make the odds of having two towers all perfectly straight down is less likely than walking to the moon and back without any oxygen or any transportation. So, yeah, it's crazy. But the bottom line is, it's we got to try, but it has to be done in a different way. And it took me all these years to figure it out. And when I went blind, it didn't take me long because we're neutral. And that's how, I don't care what affiliation, gang, whatever, I see more love in the streets. There's always somebody right there meant to help me because we're neutral.
Exactly.
We're did you see what happened here? No, I'm blind. It was like that lady I ran over on the skis. Are you flipping blind or what? Yes, ma'am. As a matter of fact, both had an awkward moment that day. And then top it off, somebody videoed it, and McKenna's got it on her phone now. Look at this. Look, they both kept this surprised look on their face.
And then
and my stupid butt, I got up and went, well, guess what I ran into today?
Look, man, at the end of the day, we're all just Americans, Democrat, Republican. If I could...
We're all just humans. I don't care how you slice or dice it. I have spent years and years and years of at least 40 hours a month talking to people all over the world. All over the world. And you know what I found? We get along just fine. When you learn to celebrate each other's lives, learn how much you have in common, learn what the differences is, learn from each other, come up with some good food that way, come up with some good ideas, you share music. It's not us that are the ones that have a problem, because the game's the same from the streets all the way to the top. It's no different, just bigger the fish, the bigger the pond. The game is the exact same way. They throw you a diversion. Looking to the right, better look to the left to see what the hell's going on. And the whole thing is, you can't touch anybody unless, I don't know, all you have to do is cut off their doggone funds. If Target is one of the biggest ones involved, they have or not Target, but Walmart, they have a lot of their old stores that's been turned into armories all over the place. And I have personally talked to people that's delivered to them. Quit shopping with them, but that's not going to happen. You look at now, on these medical cards, we give you $100 a month, and you can spend it at Walmart, Walgreens, all the big ones. And now we're giving away Tesla power walls and all this, and we have money in it. You look at who controls the oil and has the doggone Railroad Commission, and guess who owns all the tankers and everything? It is what it is. And in my opinion, it's real simple. Maybe it's not. I feel like I'm talking out my cartucci.
No.
Cartucci?
No, you're good, man.
I was fixing to have a corneal rectum inversion. But in all seriousness, and what's really scary is especially since I started out wanting to be a Baptist minister, when I read the Bible now and look, it scares me. what I see, and I keep rereading and rereading, and it just, you know.
I get what you mean. It kind of like the end kind of scares you in a way.
No. It's what been going on the whole time. I mean, picture the very two first humans. Oh, by the way, I figured out why woman got the name woman. Have you ever thought about that? He made Adam first, right?
Right.
Took one of his ribs and made Eve. And when she stood up, Adam looked at her and went, "Whoa, man."
That's where it came from.
But it just got kicked out for eating from the tree of knowledge. Hello, no parents, no teachers. First two prototypes and made Earth in 7 days. Come on now. No such thing as a Big Bang Theory. You look up, you see quasars, pulsars, nebulas, every phase, black hole, every phase, supernovas. That's why I just quit thinking about things, man. I just made it my job to make smiles. It's a whole lot easier. I'm pretty damn good at it.
You definitely
I sure don't feel comfortable going back through this stuff, man. I've been away from it for so long. It just, man, friends, family members during that last election, it was crazy, turning on each other.
Just because of, who believed in what and who got the vaccine and who didn't.
When I got to the point to where fact checkers was fixing to take me down, and I went, you know what, check this out. Or it wasn't fact checkers, it was whoever was behind the scenes. And I stopped and I said, what I'm typing right now, I'm not going to post. This is just between you and me, who's monitoring me. And obviously you monitored me so close that I didn't even hit send yet, and you stopped me. So check this out. I realize, man, we all have to do our part to make a better world tomorrow, but do you realize who you're working for? You're stopping me from pointing out that here's Dr. Fauci, Bill Gates, and President Obama in the Wuhan labs before we even knew what the virus was or that it existed. Come on now, Bill, you can go, hey Siri, who has the patent on Moderna virus? And it used to say Bill Gates. Now they pushed it up. They said Bill Gates' wife. But Siri doesn't have any problems telling you anything you want to ask it. Challenge yourself, and it'll answer every question with candor. It just, the New World Order is already here. They just haven't turned the lights on. We're not running things. We haven't been running things. I mean, you look at how many of Jesuits from the Catholic Society was in Washington when Obama was in. There was, I think we counted 16 Jesuits in some form of office. The Jesuits are like the hitmen for lack of a better. They're not really nice people, but it just, you see sites like Obama for America. They were paying $15 an hour to bust people in during the pre-election thing, just to disturb things. And when they had the inauguration, Obama and his wife standing up there, man, she just looked pissed. And there was people, they were paying $15 an hour to do that. When you look at Nancy Pelosi and everybody just having this hard on to take Trump down and insurrection and all this shit. And yet, they're the ones, they didn't sneak people in. They brought them in buses with their names on the side.
Right.
Here's a good example, Portland. Trump tried a different thing. He sent feds and undercover and just kind of busting them, like, and whisking them away and, doing it. And the governor and the mayor of Portland said, get him out of here. And nobody hit, they burned, they killed, they did. And what, I don't blame Black Lives Matters. I don't blame them at all. They got played.
They definitely did.
And they know it now. They got played. On one hand, you have the black African American culture, and on the other hand, you got going, yeah, Trump's part of the KKK. Hey, I hate to break it to you, ladies and gentlemen. Here's a fact. When you watch Forrest Gump, and he talked about my uncle, it was part of that. He had a seat on his horse. It was a part of. His name was Nathan Bedford, and he was the one who started the Ku Klux Klan. He was a Democrat. You look at the doggone war, where the Confederate. It was the elite wealthy, same as it is now. And this shit ain't gonna change. It's not gonna change until people realize we don't need all this shit. It just...
The thing about... I can pick up a little bit from here. I know, like, you're very passionate about this stuff, like I am. But the thing about Black Lives Matter is all of their wishes. Like Biden says, I'm gonna do all your wishes. I'm gonna do blah blah blah. I'm gonna do free college. I'm gonna do healthcare and stuff like that.
Yeah, but they're just...
He didn't do anything.
It's like all these doggone checks and stuff they were giving out. Man, let's keep them quiet. Here you go. And you get a $2,000 one this one, and give you $3,000 over here. And we're going to take away all that money, all for tuition. It's like, good God Almighty, man, wake the hell up. All we're doing is keeping people passive while they get everything in their mind. And we cannot afford one more time of having anybody like they have in the White House now. We have a man so qualified that he shit his pants in front of the Chinese prime minister. And when you check back the background of our vice president, yeah, I don't even want to go there. I mean, I'm African American. That's why my dad's Puerto Rican, but I'm African American. And what I used to do for a living in the South.
Willie Brown?
She was a call girl back in the day.
And somehow she ended up as
people got to make their money the way they make their money. But this girl hasn't got no qualifications. What the hell has she ever done to end up to be vice president? When you look at the president, what has he ever done in 40-some years in politics? Find something he's done. I mean, this has been in office. They left 7 bases when we left Afghanistan. 7 fucking bases, and made the ones that were enemies that were having strap bombs on their backs or playing a hoopty so technological that they're the world's largest arms dealers. And if that doesn't make it go, what the fuck is wrong with American citizens? They are going, we're in deep shit, and there's nothing we can do about it. They started on Trump before he ever got into that office, all this with this country, that country. You know what? He's in with China, communist China. Hey, we're like 80 trillion, I don't know the thing.